Hi everybody. Today I'm part of a collab started by Lori from It's Lori's Life, where Lori, myself, and several other ladies will be talking about our go-to brands as far as makeup. So we're going to talk about our go-to foundation, mascara, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter, concealer, lippies, face powder, eyeliner, and lashes. So that's why I'm not wearing any makeup, because I want to put the makeup on as I talk about it. All right. My face is already primed and moisturized. So we can start right in with my go-to foundation. These days, my go-to is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Foundation. It's my go-to because it's very easy. It's my perfect shade. This shade is 71NN. And not only is it a good shade match, but the undertone is perfect for me. And that's something that I struggle with as far as foundation. Trying to find one that has the perfect undertone that won't turn red or gray or look ashy or anything like that. And this one has it. As you can see, I've been using it a lot. I've got this much left. But I do have a backup. So let's get started. First, I'll put this headband on. Okay. And whether I'm using a sponge or a brush, I always have to pump it out this way, because this pump will spray this foundation all over the place. I've made that mistake before. So I always put it like right close to the sponge before I pump it. And then I get it on the sponge. And I usually use 2 pumps of this. You see how it squirted a little bit right there? It always does that. That's the only drawback that's the only thing that I don't really care for about this foundation, is the pump. Okay, so then I just put it on. I like it because it covers well. Without a whole lot of effort. But it still looks like my skin. I can get decent coverage without looking too made up. Of course, nothing's wrong with looking made up. I don't mind that at all. It's just I don't like cakey or bad looking makeup. But a lot of makeup I have no problem with. And this gives me good coverage and a very nice finish. Okay. Another thing, it doesn't oxidize. So the color that I put on is the color that I'm left with at the end of the day. I had another foundation, I think it was Bobby Brown. And it looked beautiful when I first put it on, but by the end of the day, my face looked gray. And I was wondering, when did this happen? How long have I been walking around with gray makeup? So I really like that this one stays true to the color. The way it looks in the morning is how it looks in the evening. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is concealer. I bought this Fenty Matchstick Trio from Sephora when it was on sale. And I didn't expect to fall in love with this concealer the way that I did. But I love it. The shade is perfect. I got the 400 set. And this concealer is perfect. It's not too light or too dark. And I just put it on. It's the right shade to cover like blemishes and under eye circles and everything. And it doesn't do a lot of, and there's not a lot of creasing either. I just put it on and The only thing is this tube is kind of big to go under here. So I put it generally where I want it, and then I use a brush to smooth it out. But I like this formulation because even if you don't want to use powder, if you don't want to powder your concealer, it's okay with this one because it's not greasy, but it's not drying either. And I like the form that it's in. You just swipe it on, brush it, and go. And it looks really natural. I like that too. It's creamy enough to go under your eyes, but dry enough to go over your eyes if I was to use it for like a lid primer. It's a good consistency for that too. And there we go. All right, and then the next is my go-to brand of powder. And even though I have a lot of powder, I just can't stop buying powder. But my favorite is from Crayon Case. I have the letter A. And this powder is great because whether you just use a brush to dust it on, or whether you really like to pack it on and set, bake or whatever, it's still perfect. It never gets all caked up or look, bad. Even for touch-ups, like at the end of the day, you get off work, you need to go somewhere, you're looking a little shiny. This is perfect for that. You can just pat it on and your skin looks beautiful. Just like it did in the morning. Without, being caked up, or how some powders will make you look terrible if you put them on at the end of the day, but not this one. So I'm going to use a brush just to show how it works with a brush. It's kind of powdery. So you can just like dust it on. To give like a nice setting for your makeup, for your foundation. Like that, it's set. Or for all day, or if you want a really mattified but still kind of natural look, I use this powder sponge from Real Techniques, and you just dip it in. It's dry. It's made for powder. Just dip it in there, and then I can just pat it in like that. And you see I'm putting a lot on, but it's not going to look cakey or dry. You just pat it in. I do this when I plan to wear my makeup for a long time, and I don't want to have to worry about touch-ups. Just pat it on like that. And then dust off the excess. And there we go. Mattified, but still kind of natural. I really love this powder. And it's not very expensive either. I think it's like $20 or $25. And I have powder that's more expensive that I don't love nearly as much as I love this one. Next on my list from Crayon Case is that Book of Blushes. Oh my goodness. I want that so badly. But every time it goes on sale or I get the chance to buy it, it sells out so quickly that I haven't got a chance to buy it. That I haven't got a chance to pick it up. Okay, next up is my go-to for blush. That would have to be this Alamar Cosmetics blush. I know I'm not the only one who loves this because I've seen it in a lot of other people's makeup videos. It's just so perfect. I have the 3 shades. They have a whole lot of pigmentation to them. So you can just barely tap your brush in and you will get the right amount of blush. You can easily go overboard with this though. So you do have to be careful. I mean, just tap and that's it. In fact, I've used this as eyeshadow before. When I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to mess around, you know, grab this, take one of these colors for my eyes and cheeks, and then lipstick, and then I'm done. That's how well saturated these colors are. And this one right here is my favorite. It's my perfect blush for just like a natural look, or because it goes with my skin so well. It's just a beautiful, perfect shade for a natural, everyday kind of look. That's why this is my go-to. Because if I don't feel like fumbling around through all my blushes and trying to pick one that I would like to wear with whatever eyeshadow or whatever lipstick, this one, this shade right here, it goes with everything because it goes with my face. So let's see. Get my blush brush. I'll put a little bit of this on. You don't need much because you can easily go overboard with this one. And that's it. I got this back when I used to get BoxyCharm. And it's one of my favorite things that I've gotten from BoxyCharm. Okay, next up, we'll talk about bronzer. This bronzer is an old favorite. It's the Urban Decay Naked Flushed. I use this bronzer, almost every day for a long time. I don't know if you can tell how deep that well is, but it's been used a lot. And I still use it. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, but not too much. It's just enough, and the color is just right to give me a little bit of bronzing. Not necessarily contouring, but just add a little bit of warmth. I just put it on, and it gives me a really natural look. I've gotten so many compliments with this. People who look at me and they don't really know exactly what it is. They'll just say, "Oh, are you wearing makeup? Your skin looks so pretty." They don't know that it's this. But it gives you that type of finish where it just makes your skin look pretty. A little bit of warmth added. So this is my favorite. It's old, but I still use it and I still love it. Okay, next up, highlighter. This was not necessarily marketed as a highlighter. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light. But this works for me as a beautiful highlighter because I don't really like a blinding highlighter, not every day, you know, not as my go-to. For special occasions or certain events, I would like a more blinding highlighter, but for just go-to every day doing my makeup, this is so pretty. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this too. The same thing, you know, they don't really know what it is they're looking at this, but they'll say, "Oh, wow. Are you wearing makeup? You look so pretty." Yes. So I just dust this on, you know, just a little bit, and I don't get a bright, glittery highlight. It just adds a little bit of a glow. Next up is, well, brows is not on here, but this is the point in my routine where I do my brows. So I'll go ahead and tell you my go-to for eyebrows is the It Cosmetics Brow Power. This is perfect too because of the color and how easy it is. It has a little brush on the end. I just brush my brows. And let's put this on right quick. And I like it because if I want a really heavy looking brow, I just put more on or press harder. But if I want just the average, regular, if I want just an everyday brow, then I just do lighter strokes. And I get a natural looking eyebrow. And when I get compliments on my brows, people don't say, "Oh, your eyebrow makeup looks good." They say, "Oh, your brows are so nice. Do you do them yourself?" And it's because this product makes it so easy. You just pop it on. And then after I put it on, I take the brush again and just go through it lightly. And that helps make it look a little more natural. And there you go. All right, so next, back to the list. Eyeshadow. Now that, of course, is one of my favorite things to do. Is put on eyeshadow. And my go-to eyeshadow is from Dame Pat McGrath. Yeah, she's a dame now. That's so amazing. It's the first time any makeup artist has ever received the title of dame. So my Pat McGrath eyeshadow, I have these two. This is the Blitz Astro Quad Iconic Illumination. This one is the Mothership Rose Decadence. I have Divine Rose 2. And I have these two single idols. Oh, this is Statuesque. I do remember that. This one is called Statuesque. And this one is called... I can't see the name of it. But anyway, these are my go-to. Pat McGrath eyeshadow is my go-to because it's so easy. And if you want, whether you want like full-on glam or you want just everyday going to work eyeshadow, you know, you're covered. And the color that you expect is the color that you get. Like this one right here. This is one of my favorite quads. And it is my go-to because if I want just a more natural look, I don't put on any lid primer. But if I want to go, you know, all dramatic, then I put on some lid primer and put a little bit more of this, and there you go. So, see how just a little touch and I got the color there. I'm just going for something kind of natural today. You see? It's so easy. There's no guesswork. There's no one color in the pan you put on your eye and it's something else. I really don't like that. But I love these. They blend easily. And you get the color that you want. I think I'll use this red one now. Put it right there. This is one of my go-to looks. I just grab these two colors right here. Put them on. And then I take this Idols one because it's matte and in the same color family. And I put this one on. And it's very easy. 1, 2, 3. Then I just blend out the edges a little bit. And I need a smaller brush to go underneath. I take the matte one underneath. And that's it. It's my go-to because I don't have to worry about it, you know? I just put it on and I know I'm going to get something that's wearable, that goes with my face, and will last me all day. So yeah, that's why Dame Pat McGrath eyeshadow is my go-to eyeshadow. All right. And then the next one was eyeliner. I had a couple of choices because both of these, the Mally and Smashbox, they both give you a little bit of time to smudge them if you want to smudge them, and then they set down and they're not going anywhere until you decide to clean it off with some eye makeup remover. But Smashbox gets the edge because it's blacker than this one. The Mally one is kind of like a dark charcoal gray almost. It's black, but it's it's more of a kind of charcoaly black. See, so if you smudge it out, it's black, but it's like a kind of like an ashy type black. But Smashbox, see the difference? Even when I smudge it out. It's still very black. And once it sets down, it's on there. So in fact, I need to clean this off now before I have black streaks on my wrists for the rest of the day. Okay. So Smashbox it is. Just put this in here. And it's soft. I can just glide it onto my inner eye without tugging or pulling or having to pull my skin down or anything like that. I just rub it on. It's very easy. That's why it's my go-to. Normally I would, if I'm not wearing lashes, I'll put it on the top too. But I'll be wearing lashes today because lashes is one of the items on the list. And my go-to lashes are from Lily, these magnetic invisible lashes. This is my go-to because I don't have to try to look for this and look for that. Everything comes together right here. We got tweezers, all the different styles of lashes. There's a pen liner and the liquid. Oops. And I like these lashes because they're magnetic, but there are no magnets on them. You don't see the magnets. The magnets are in the band in such a way that you won't know that they're there. But see, they are stuck on here with magnets, so they are magnetic. But there are no magnets. You don't see the magnets. Let me show you. They're lightweight. You can't even see the magnet on there. But they are in there. They even give you some cotton swabs to clean your eyeliner off at the end of the day. See? You put your eye makeup remover on there and it's small so you can get right in there on your lid. I really like that. I like all-in-one kits, and that's what this is. Okay, so for today I'll be using the liquid liner rather than the pen liner. And I want to use these more natural looking lashes because we're talking about everyday go-to type of makeup. This wand is so small that it goes on easily too. Okay. That's one eye. It comes with the tweezers, so you can you don't have to look for your tweezers or get everything together before you get started. It's already here. It gives you a little bit of playtime, but not much. Just enough to get it on there and make sure that it's adjusted the way you want. And then they are on. So now I'll do the other eye. I'm right-handed, so it's always more difficult to do my left eye. Ooh. Lashes. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. All right, lashes on. I don't usually wear lashes and mascara, but one of the go-to products that we're talking about is mascara. For years, MAC Zoom Lash was it for me. I didn't need any other mascara. I was fine with this. Couple of swipes and you're done. And that's what I loved about it. It really was a Zoom type product. You didn't need to spend a lot of time coating. But this has gotten hard to find these days. They have another formula or a different type. But this particular one, I have a hard time finding it. So I had to find a substitute. And that happened to be from Smashbox. Smashbox mascara. This one, this is the full exposure. Full exposure and the one with the X on it. They both are almost as good as the Zoom Lash. You know, as far as being quick to put on, quick to dry, that kind of thing. All right. So when I do wear mascara instead of lashes, then my go-to is Smashbox. I just keep this tube to remind me to look for it whenever I'm shopping for mascara. I want to try to remember to look for this again because I can never find it. The final thing is lippies. My go-to and my absolute favorite are two different things because my favorite lip products, I only have a few of them. That would be the Lip Bar. I love the Lip Bar's lipstick because of the way they feel. They have perfect colors for my skin tone and a lot of other people's skin tones. They wear well. They look good. They feel good. I mean, when I want a nude lip, I use these two. I'll either use this one, Cocoa Cooler, or I'll use Chocolate Spritzer. Sometimes I use them together, depending on, the rest of my makeup. But I absolutely love these. But I can't say that they're my go-to because I don't have as many shades in this brand as I do the other one that really is my go-to because I have so many of them. I have a lot of shades and I do wear this brand a lot. That would be again Dame Pat McGrath. I have these little minis. These are matte lipstick. That's another thing. I love her matte formula. And I love her lip gloss formula because it's not sticky. It doesn't just wear off when you put it on. It stays on. These have a lot of color to them, even though they're a lip gloss. They have a lot of color and they last. I have another. Two more little trios of minis. These are matte lipstick. These are more lip gloss. Then I have 2 full-size lipsticks. So today for this makeup, I think I will use, oh my goodness, I can't see that. But anyway, it's one of these little minis. I use this all the time. As you can see, it's kind of worn down because I wear it a lot. But I love this matte formula because it's not dry. And it's not completely matte, but it wears like a matte. And the colors are so nice. They're so well formulated, the color, that even shades that I wouldn't normally wear because, you know, they don't look good on me. In the Pat McGrath formula, I put them on and they don't look crazy. Like I would think, you know. When I first look at it, I'll say, oh, no, not that one. But then when I put it on, I'm surprised at how nice it looks. Like this one right here, this nude pink. I wouldn't normally wear that, but when I put it on, it doesn't look, you know, like I would think it would look. And then this one. This is another one that looks kind of wacky until you put it on. Look at how, see how pretty that is? When you look at it in the tube, I wouldn't think it would go with me that well, but then when I put it on, it's a beautiful color, and it works on my skin tone. So, yeah, as far as lip products, Dane Pat McGrath is my go-to for that too. Okay, so I can take this off now. Something in my hair. I should have brought a comb up here, but I didn't. Okay, so those are my go-to brands for makeup product. I hope you enjoyed sitting here and putting makeup on with me. And thank you, Lori, for thinking of this collab. I really enjoyed doing this. And I want to thank all the ladies who participated too. And I can't wait to see their videos. I'll leave the links to their channels in the description. And, you know, check them out. Check out their collab video. And help support their channels like I do. All right, so that's everything. Thank you for watching. Bye.